Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? How you all doing out there? I'm Champ Bobbitt. This is Steve Bayonne, and this is episode 76 of Dot Connect Wednesdays. 76 beautiful issues. Steve, it's definitely a pleasure, definitely an honor. I appreciate everything. You know what I mean? We about to dive in tonight, man. I'm feeling good. XRP is up, but I ain't gonna let the cat out the bag. Talk to us, Steve.
Yo. All right, guys. So remember, we keep talking about this Chokepoint 2.0 situation. Um, and it fall. There's other things that fall underneath this, and Chokepoint's been around for a minute in various ways, right? So one of the ways is being debanked, right? We talked about this last night. If you were on the masterclass call, banks are now taking it upon themselves to just shut accounts down. This has been happening all year. Is my speed looking crazy?
Yeah, it just seemed a little slow, but I didn't know if it was because of my computer or what's going on.
No, hold on a second. Let me close out Canva. Yeah, let me shut down some things real quick. Bear with me. Yeah, so we talked about it last night. They are closing down just regular accounts for no obvious reason. All right. So we have, I don't like this. We good?
Yeah, you straight now.
Cool. I don't know if you want to start over and then trim.
I can. That ain't no problem.
Yeah, let's start from the top because the whole thing was a little wacky. All right,
All right,
guys,
bet.
take two.
I got you. All right,
Everybody smile.
9222. All right, boom. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 76 of Dot Connect Wednesdays. My name is Champ Bobbitt. This is Steve Bayonne. We got some beautiful things to cover. Steve, without further ado, talk to him.
My guy, appreciate you. All right, listen, guys. So last night we talked about Operation Choke Point 2.0, and we've been talking about it, right? So there's a few things that fall underneath that category. One of them is being debanked, right? People are getting letters from their banks, their accounts are being shut down, they're mailing you checks, they're not even giving you a reason why they're shutting your account down. Doesn't matter the relationship. One of the things that was talked about in the industry, and Coinbase had pretty much let the cat out the bag. The FDIC was sending letters out to banks, letting them know that if people are buying cryptocurrency, well, to avoid purchases of cryptocurrency, right? And I told you a personal story of me just trying to buy, I think last week or so, and my ability to buy on MoonPay was just like, it's like the transaction never happened. And I had no issues prior to that. That debit card I had linked to it was always constantly working. So if you're new to crypto, just understand Coinbase is fine. You know, the bank accounts, there's no issues with that. That falls underneath their guys, right? Coinbase, you might as well just call it a bank at the end of the day. But when you get into like the fintechs, the MoonPays, the all the soft wallets and things that we're using, if they are connected to any sort of cash app and things like that, those things are being hindered just a little bit, right? So that's one way. The other issue is our ability to purchase from exchanges that don't necessarily carry, Coinbase doesn't carry every single project that's out there. Okay. So when we're getting into these projects very early, a lot of times we're buying them from decentralized exchanges. Okay. And that's how you get into these projects super early before they actually make it mainstream. So we used to use, we've been through KuCoin, Bitmart, Mexi, BingX, Blowfin. I mean, you name it. There's a multitude of these exchanges, but right now the gamut's been coming down on these guys from their whatever countries they're currently operating in. The United States is basically off the list on all of them. So what we've been doing to work around that was VPNs. For years, this thing has been working, no problem. And now all of a sudden it's like, okay, we have to upload ID, we have to upload face recognition. And at that point, I can't say I'm in Mexico, a Mexico resident with a American ID, right? So we have been doing research on things that are happening around the world for this. So we have been finding certain countries currently in the world that are sovereign, and they have these digital residency programs. Okay. And this is one way that we can sidestep this situation. So you basically can get residency, and I'm not going to let the cat out the bag just yet because we are all in the process of applying for it now and getting accepted. We're just waiting for our physical cards to come in. Yeah, wow, exactly. That's the energy I wanted. So now I'm telling you guys, when I tell you that there's a financial revolution happening, it is currently happening right now, like on all fronts, and all of it's being televised right now. So I'm listening to countless hours of presidents of certain countries and the reason they're looking to do things. And I mean, there is immense opportunity outside of the United States right now. Last night we talked about that there's a law on the books right now to hinder Americans from getting second passports. So basically, if it was up to certain powers, you guys would not be able to leave America at all. All right. Mark Zuckerberg talked about the taxes that the tech companies pay to Europe. I'm talking about in the billions of dollars. So I'm like, our whole stuff is upside down. It's almost like the government cuts a deal in the sense that if the United States government really taxed these guys the way they should be taxed, then they can't really control them when they need them to do things or surveil, right? As Europe is making money for their country on the same way that we should. So Trump's 100% right with these tariffs. Like, shit's just gonna about to be flipped upside down at this point now. Okay. But if you're in cryptocurrency and you look at your accounts today, you know already. You know what the deal is. All right. Shit's up. So with that said, that's the one thing that they really can't touch right now. So a lot of sovereign countries are offering, I'm not saying a lot, but there's a few that are offering this digital residency. And then when you get the actual digital residency, you will have a ID card and you'll be able to go on. And this is working. I've seen people who have validated it. I haven't validated it yet. That's why I'm not going to let the cat fully out the bag yet. But you can get back on the KuCoin. You can get back on the Maxi. Like all the places that we can get on right now, we will have residents. And these countries too are allowing you to come into the country, and then you could have extended residence with no taxes, still getting high-speed internet. These are islands, guys. These places look like they're picturesque, right? There's not really much to do out there. Some of them are already working on stable coins, right? So they're fully integrating crypto. What they really want is they want that crypto money to come to their countries so that way we can start to build. The president is asking for ideas. Understand? So y'all better get y'all money up because them flights to these places ain't cheap. I'm talking about a couple $1,000s, like easy. But I find it, once it's a go and we get clearance, like I got ideas already. But I think that should be one of the first places that we hold like a retreat. And then we'll have the red carpet rolled out for us. Like the whole island is basically, there's not too much going on some of these islands, but some of them are already using cryptocurrency or the stable coins as purchases. You could use them at local Airbnb. So it's like, they're really looking to integrate and have a lot of this money coming. So if you just imagine how much money in the United States that's not flowing into these exchange markets anymore because of no one can give a reason why, but we know why. They just don't want the liquidity leaving the United States. They want to be able to control the liquidity, the on ramp and the off ramp. All right. Mm-hmm. So that means they want you to use the Coinbase, or in all actuality, they're talking about 5 banks next week are going to be custodian Bitcoin. So we've been told y'all that years ago that banks are going to be your exchanges. We're almost here, but we don't have to play that game with these guys. Understand? But if the United States starts making these, these efforts to kind of keep us boxed in, more of the reason why, I know that we shouldn't be operating here on any level, right? They've already taken advantage of us. What happens is you start to lose the tax base, right? You start to lose, and most of us are working remote now, and I work for myself, so it doesn't matter where I'm at in the world as long as there's internet connection. I'm pretty much fine. But it really is the taxation. So when you look at Dubai and these countries, they're laughing at us. They're like, we would never tax our citizens that much. I mean, it's and if you don't know what you're doing, which the average person just goes to work, 1040, pays their tax, and you just go about your day. You don't really operate as a business. You operate as a personal person, right? When you start to operate as a business, you can write certain things off. You know how to, the tax laws, you can have offshore accounts. You could dump money into art. could dump money into crypto, right? We don't know. We don't know what the taxes are going to be like. So with that said, guys, I would say within the next couple weeks, definitely by the time I get back from Colombia, it'll be a go. We're going to package this up for everyone who took and this is great for everyone who took the auto auto trader situation that we had. There was some sites that you guys couldn't get on. We still, showed you some alternatives, but there are some better ones. Now we'll have full access to them once everything starts to go through. So now we're going to repackage that situation with the residency. And I'll be honest, we're probably the first group that's offering this. Definitely the first group in the culture that's offering this now.
Absolutely.
And there's some big names that already have residency in these places that we've already applied to. So now it's just a matter of like, listen, just let us in, and let's just make history, guys. That's it, man. This is a great time to be alive right now. I'm just only looking to focus on just the positives of what's happening. I just been drained. I've never started a new year like this before, ever. This is the first time for everything. But again, the brighter side, sometimes I just get lost in like gloom and doom. Yeah, that's where we at, guys. These things have like, there's NFT components to them. Bro, I want to say it so bad, but I'm just not ready to just package this. I just want to be sure we're not walking into something that causes all of us a problem. But this is it. Believe me when I tell you this. This is definitely it. And I think you're going to start to see a lot more countries offering services like this. So not only can you get that, the roadmaps also have physical mailing addresses, forward mailing service, virtual phone numbers, e-corporation registries. All right. We can even bring business entities out there. If you want to set up bank accounts that run through the central bank, you can. You don't have to pay any taxes if you wanted to go out there and visit underneath, depending on the passports that you hold. It's this is the shit I was telling y'all. This is why I'm telling you, I'm not sitting one-on-one no more. Like, you could go ahead and try to figure out what blockchain, that gentleman asking what the cold storage wallet is. It's like, man, I can't keep doing this with y'all. We got to keep moving. Right? Because my ability to make money is, and trust me, if you're a one-on-one and my ability is like I'm having to spin my wheels, then it's almost like you're cooked. Because I've been around the block a few times. I know how to navigate these exchanges. But now I'm using Coinbase wallet, and I'm like, never thought I'd be using these hot wallets, but they are lifesavers right now. I was against all hot wallets. Champ will tell you, they stay cooking me. Trust Wallet, MetaMask. I didn't care for any of those. But again, some of them are peer to peer. I'm all for it, but there's going to be an attack on these guys soon. So I just want to see how Trump administration plays their hand with these decentralized situations, man. I still think all roads lead to a small hallway. You know what I'm saying? Shit does get a little out of control when you have too many options out there, but that's just the day and time that we live in. So again, I was already making this play for you guys in going to South America, whether we set up virtual terminals. I got ideas now. I definitely have ideas now. And the further we get into the year, the closer we're getting to like really meeting with a lot of big government officials in Africa. Champ knows what I'm talking about. And I mean, we're like one person away from like having great conversations with some of the God, it's a financial revolution happening. And we get to be a part of it. I sit in this space well, so I can't wait to get the hell up out of here and just really represent us as one of the only two brothers in this space. It's only a few of us, and we kind of know everybody. We got Crypto Rick, we got Crypto Cliff. You have the young boy Vincent Owens. He's cool. Who else we got? I guess we throw in EYL. Yeah, Rashad and Master Investor. Who else we got?
Mav.
Who? Oh yeah, Maverick Approach. That's another good brother you guys should follow. That's my guy. I just started building with him. Mav is solid.
Young,
Um,
young Don 600.
Don 600, that's the young guy in charge. He'll take care of the young generation. Don 600 is great. My guy Don. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, man,
man.
you're talking about maybe 10 solid brothers, man. I'm just trying to sit here just to get us all at a table. Chris Lyons is I'm not looking to create no more divide and just I was part of the clown show at times where I'd be a little hard on these guys, but at this point is we're better connected than just kind of having differences. And for what? Like, all right,
Yeah.
who cares who knows more? Let's just bring it all to the table together. So hopefully we can just bridge that gap, and you can start to see us as a collective. It'd just be a lot more powerful for the culture. Um, that's
And
it.
and
There has to be an adult at the table though. That I'll tell you.
yeah, accountability is vital. You know, a lot of people they'll take it the wrong way, especially if they aren't don't come from a, I guess, a dynamic of self accountability. You know what I mean? That's powerful, especially when you're trying to lead a people or you have a product or a service that you're giving to people. And it was void, you know, to be honest. You know what I mean? And that's a disservice. So I can sit right beside Steve and just I'm a fly on the wall. I'm super observant, right? It's like a gift and a curse. But Steve holds people accountable, and you need that. You know what I mean? Because when people aren't holding themselves accountable, you kind of have to see things for the people of how it's going to benefit or negatively impact the people. So you got to call it out. You got to shoot from the hip. And he does an incredible job for that. Sometimes I'm not quick to say it. I'll observe it first just to watch it, and then I analyze it. Steve, he'll call it out as soon as he sees it. Like, no, we're not even letting that gray area live. Like, no, cut that shit off. And I love that. And we need that, especially right now. We're in the most pivotal time in history. And I don't think people really are honing in on that. This is a different time. This is one of those things in the history books 20 years, 10 years, 30 years down the line. People will look back on like, whoa, yo, you was in crypto around this time. Oh, you was in blockchain. Oh, you was a part of this. You seen this happen and materialize. So it's like the people that are at the forefront of this stuff, it's their duty. It's our duty to make sure that everybody is held accountable. We're doing the right thing because this is life-changing information. The right info will change everybody's circumstance for the better. The wrong info will put us in shackles. And then you really fall into that whole, you know, by what was it? What was the metric? By I think it was like by 2030, all black people, it,
2050, yeah.
yeah, it's like no. One, we ain't built like that. We're not even allowing that to happen, right? Y'all in the right place. But as an industry as a whole, when something is emerging and something is starting, it's super important for everybody at the forefront. Stand tall. You got to be held accountable for what you say, what you do, because it matters. So I hope every single thing that we put out to you guys, I hope you guys really take the value in it and you can see the genuine aspect to it. Because we do this out of sheer love. We really, really love to give this data and this information to you guys because we know what it's going to do.
And listen, at this point, we just gonna let the numbers just speak for itself now. So,
Big
those who
facts.
know, even if you came on 2 weeks ago, your wallets are different. If you came on a month ago, your wallets are different. And if you've been riding this shit for 10 years, then you can only imagine how these plates look on this side.
Let's go.
Right.
Let's
And
go.
then the biggest regret is always going to be, God, why didn't I buy more? Why didn't I buy more? I say it every day. Every day. I found Tether sitting in a wallet today that was just sitting. I'm like,
Whoa.
I'm dumb. But
That's
again, when you're moving so much, I've never had to transact in 6, 7 different wallets before. Never. This is the most transactions I've done. I was in KuCoin, it was 100% KuCoin. I was in Mexi, it was 100% Mexi. But now I got a little bit here, a little bit there. Then you got to bring it back together. Then I got to plug in these Akari adapters and cartridges. This shit is like looking archaic on my desk. Wires for days, guys. It's a lot. Um, The next thing too is I wanted to drop this link to you guys yesterday. So Visa, Mastercard, there is a settlement that they lost about $5.5 billion. So if you, and I'll drop the link, and the link would be, so if you're watching this on a replay, the link would be in chat. Don't forget to put this link in the
Description.
in the description.
No, I got you.
So I'll just give you a backstory. It's a historic settlement, $5.54 billion. They basically were overcharging us. So anybody who did any sort of merchant processing with Visa and MasterCard between January 1st of 2020, 2004 and January 25th of 2019, you have some money coming your way. So all you have to do is put in the company name, the EIN number, the TIN, and then your contact information. And then we have about, I think, 20 days, 19 more days for this claim. They had extended it. So after that, they're going to start cutting these checks. And I'm talking about tens of thousands of dollars, even hundreds of thousands, depending on how much you ran through. So I've had a good amount of businesses. So hopefully, who knows, that might look a little good. Again, it's between 2004, January 1st to January 25th, 2019. We were overcharged by Visa and MasterCard. And I'm dropping a link right now. All right. Listen, friends, family, business owners, just make sure everybody just gets their just due. Don't leave no money on the table. All right. This is for all the business owners who process, any sort of merchant accounts and things like that. Just pass it on if you can. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Guys, the academy is being cleaned up right now. I'd say by next week, everything's going to be chopped up. We have some new courses coming out. Our 4-day masterclass people, they're ending tomorrow. They had access to some things that we didn't even really fully put out yet as a course. So those things are going to start unloading in the academy this week. And then next week, we have a tokenization course coming out, real world assets. Not only that, but you get an inside look into a project once everything starts to be presented. It's going to be tokenization and real world asset project too, that the academy is working on behalf of some individuals in another country. And that's going to lay the framework for what I believe is the next iteration. As much as I wanted to go into the Skyton Academy, pains me, man, because I want to get all of it done at the same time. Let me hold that one. So we're still moving on the agency situation. We just had some other opportunities come in that's a little more pressing at the moment, right? Because you're not paying for anything agency just yet. So it really is when we decide to to just start doing that. And I don't like to focus. I don't like myself to be spread too thin. Okay, so I do have some travels and stuff coming up. I'm still hoarse from before, and I'm going through 11-day detox now. So I'm I don't know, things are just kind of beating me up a little bit. I guess I had some things in me I didn't know about. So
still killing it, still delivering, man. So I appreciate you.
Oh man, you already know. Listen, my WhatsApp account is like I've never used WhatsApp this much before. And when I have, that means I'm back doing international business again. So okay, it feels kind of good just having this thing go off. And my SMS in America is like bone dry, just the way I was planning it. Yeah, it's working good, guys. So if you got my number, hit me on WhatsApp. On top of the security issues with SMS too. Listen, guys, Helium Mobile, if you guys want to grab, alternate cell phones, crypto related, earn while you use your phone. We're talking about $20 a month. What's that?
That's it. That's the vibes, man.
That's my guy. I told that story yesterday about Jacob the Jew. That's Jacob the Jew right there. Yeah, so man, there's just so much going on, and there's so much that we can't disclose. Usually I'm like, I could just talk the shit because it's just our shit, but now I'm involved with other people's stuff. So I have to contain myself, with how much we divulge. But you'll see it when it comes out. You'll be like, wow, these brothers, you guys will be part of the ride. We're gonna invite everybody in on it, and all of them are like opportunity to invest. Also, they're not just like, oh, just oh, hey, look what we did. Nah, this is like this is opportunity for everybody to be involved in things. What else we got? Yeah, Maverick Approach too. He talked. He's gonna come on our platform. I don't know if you guys follow him. Just drop a one in the chat if you follow Maverick Approach on IG.
I'm not
Anybody?
for that.
And drop a two if you don't follow him. And you've probably seen him before. This brother's breakdowns are like, oh man, y'all don't know Mav.
Gotta get him. Get him that
We
IG.
gotta get you on Mav, man.
Get him. Let's
Hold
get
on.
him that. Let's get him that pressure real quick, man.
Yeah, Mav is that guy. But go ahead, champ. You can grab it from here. I think that's all I have for y'all.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stay close because in case your signal goes out.
Okay.
Um, does it just bounce over to me or I get kicked out too?
Nah. I'll probably just get kicked off. You'll be straight. It's going to the cloud, so we Gucci.
All right, cool. All right,
A
what's
couple key
happening in
points.
crypto?
So first things first on the agenda, you guys got to understand. I am hyper excited, and I know you guys can see it and feel it. My favorite digital asset, XRP, has crossed $3. So last night on a call with the 4-day students, I know many of you guys are here with us. Um, at the time, I think it was like $2.80. You know what I mean? So it was moving, and Steve called it. Steve was like, "Listen, we knocking on the $5 XRP. It'll be here in no time." Like, yeah, no doubt. So here's the I guess the moment that kind of clicked for me. So today lunchtime, um, I was just watching the charts. I do my normal check-ins, and this is something a good practice that everybody should do. Um, I know some people work, some people don't. Whatever the case is, at a certain time throughout the day, just grab your phone, go to and here's a little gym. I know we got newbies mixed in. So everybody, I want you guys to download Coin Market Cap, and I want you guys to create a account. Right? You can do this on your cell phone. Doesn't matter if you have Android or iPhone. It's right in the App Store on both platforms. It's called Coin Market Cap. If you're on the website, it's coinmarketcap.com. So essentially, this is where you can find all cryptocurrency projects for the most part. And I say all a little loosely. Eventually, they all make it over to CoinMarketCap, but it's a resource and it's a tool. This is something that you'll use throughout your whole existence in cryptocurrency. And it'll allow you to be able to pull up any cryptocurrency project, and then you can see the prices, you can see news about it, you can see what's going on social media accounts. You can find out where to purchase it. So the number one question we always get is, especially from newbies, where do I buy this? You no longer have to ask this question ever again. Coinmarketcap.com, or download the apps. Once you type in the coin you're looking for in the search bar, go to markets, it'll tell you every cryptocurrency exchange that covers it. All right. The rest of the details, that's all part of our foundation. That's one of the resource tools that we give you, and we go further in depth. All right. So I just wanted to keep it, surface level for that. But that's a nugget for
So
you.
hold on, here's guys, just be careful with that, right? CoinMarketCap has been known to be bought and sold. All right.
Facts.
You got to be careful. I got ripped on one of them, and I'm the smartest, dumbest guy for this one, for real. So there was a, and I don't know if they're still living on CoinMarketCap, but there was an exchange that you would see pop up as one of the places you can buy. It was like XEX Mart or something, whatever it was. And the pricing was always different on that website. And I'm like, not understanding this right here. It's never really like that. And they're never too far off from each other. Might be a penny or two off sometimes. So we were already in kind of the arbitrage mode, meaning buying in one place, low, and then moving it over and selling in another exchange high. This is how Sam Bankman, the wild boy, this is how he was making his money. They had a whole arbitrage system that they were scanning every exchange. And even if it was 10-cent difference, 5-cent difference, they were just moving so much capital and it was moving fast. And that's how that's how he made a lot of his money, right? On top of him being a hacker. So this website used to sit there and they'll say, let's say XRP is $3 now. XRP there would be like 280. So I'm like, let me try to dig into this real quick. And I figured it was on CoinMarketCap and I didn't do no research. That's another thing. So we all get caught out there like that. So I go in there, I'm doing the thing, and I'm like, nah, I can't get the money off. So it ended up being a rug pull. But this site stayed up on it was coming up on every single uh, coin or project that you were looking at. And CoinMarketCap just didn't do anything about it. So stick to the reliables. If you don't know the name of a particular exchange or you never did business with it, come back to the academy and just ask the question. You know what I'm saying? Or just go online to Reddit. The guys are sharp. They pretty much covered it. If I would have just did a 2-second search, I'd have saved myself the headache. I thought I was really doing something, man. So just be careful with CoinMarketCap. They're known to take money. They're a pay for play. So we just use it loosely. CoinGecko is another one, right?
Yep.
CoinGecko.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's another one too, guys. It's just a source of information. It's not to validate anything. Contract addresses and things like that, you still need to validate it directly from the project's websites. All right. Be careful, guys. There's a lot of spoof sites out there. You know, you might think you're doing the right thing. Don't play yourself. There's a lot of XRP promotions and things going around on Twitter, Instagram. Oh, put in your wallet address here and get this and win this. And they might even mess around and send you 2-3 XRP just to gain your trust. Don't fall for it.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. If
Please.
you want money, you want to throw money around, you could just tip Champ and I. We'll save you the headaches. Now I'm being honest about that. Like you could literally tip us if y'all want. Haircut monies are going up now. It's like being in a beauty salon, right?
Listen, I ain't got no hair, but
I mean, but still, I'm about to get to that point now. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm embracing it. Like, well, $100, no problem.
Word.
No problem. See you in a year.
Man, we about to touch this stage, so the price is definitely going up.
I mean, shit, I just got to get a haircut. I got to charge a little bit more for the stage shows. Yeah, guys, we just I gotta have a little bit more fun with this shit, man. Shit been a little serious out here. All right, Champ, let me hear what else is going on, because I don't know anything that's happening in the news right now. Outside of XRP's next price is probably gonna be close to $7 now. And the deal has been set too.
So let's get into facts. Here we go.
The deal has been that photo with Trump. The deal was made that day at that table. We'll bring that up later.
All right. No, that's it. So first things first on the agenda. Since 2018, this is something that's unprecedented. So I'm super excited just to even see this. This is not a point for everybody to sell, not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but there's plenty more upside to go. But understand, this is the first time since 2018 that we've seen a $3 XRP. Now, for those of you who do not know, the all-time high was $3.86. It was during a bull run. We had a 36,000% increase. And it took it to $3.86. All right. Since then, it retraced. We got hit with the lawsuit. We're still dealing with that same lawsuit to this very day. Today was supposed to be a celebratory day, if you will. But I'll explain that shortly. Essentially, the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, for those of you who do not know, they are poised with protecting the retail investor. And I put that in air quotes because that is their actual job title. But that is not exactly what they've been doing. They've been leading with enforcement, and they've been suing any and everybody, and they've been stifling innovation in the cryptocurrency space. The leader or the chairman is Gary Gensler. He has been doing a horrible job. He's pushed a lot of good talent out of the SEC, and he's just had bad policy since he's been in the space. To this very day, he's continuing to do so with players like Coinbase, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrency projects. So today, you guys seen the price hit $3. It went all the way up to $3.18. I don't know if it's reflecting on all exchanges you guys see, but I seen it for self. XRP went to $3.18. Right now, at this very present time, it is at $2.97. Now, the reason we had the pump is first on the agenda. So Steve kind of touched on it a little bit. We have to backtrack. So there was a photo that was taken with President-elect Donald Trump, Stuart Alderati, who is the chief. He's the chief law officer for Ripple. We have Brad Garlinghouse. He is the CEO of Ripple, right? So they sat down, they had a private dinner with Donald Trump. And during the meeting, of course, there's things that were discussed that we aren't privy to, but for the most part, the picture was the grand moment, right? To sit down with the president elect. And this is a cryptocurrency company and its chief legal officer. So we know that one, Ripple's already powerful. Ripple is in rooms that other cryptocurrency projects can't even fathom getting into at this point, right? And the reason being is because what they do, they move money. They're a resolve for the internet of value, basically being able to move money cross border efficiently, fast, and at the speed of communication. The same way you guys are getting this sound bite from me on this call, and I'm in Atlanta, you can be wherever you are in the world, you're getting it instantaneously. This is how Ripple is going to do with money. All right. So they sit down with Trump. That news comes out. Everybody's excited. The market pumps. Well, XRP pumps. The market tanks. The reason the market tanks is because there is a approval that had just happened. The approval was that the Department of Justice was able to sell 69,370 Bitcoins. All right. This news came out Friday. And if you follow the charts properly and if you are aware of what's going on in cryptocurrency, once that news came out, the market tanked. Bitcoin went all the way down to $88,000 from $101,000. All right. So right now, I think Bitcoin's back at, anywhere from like the 97 to 100,000 range. I haven't checked before this call. And people are always like, listen, what's going on with Bitcoin? Why does it move like this? Bitcoin is always a speculative asset. It does move and it's volatile, right? A lot of people invest in it because they're able to trade it and they're able to swing. When it goes up, they can take profits. When it comes down, they can sell or they can buy more and up their positions. So back to XRP. Now that you guys have that nugget of what happened with Bitcoin in the Department of Justice, they have not actually sold it. But I want you guys to keep this in mind because this is going to tell you a little bit leans on the side of caution, right? There's a potential possibility that we can get a big dip that goes on in the next couple of days, right? Now, I thought that the dip that we just had was solely because of that news, but they haven't sold anything, right? They haven't sold a thing. They still have all of the Bitcoin. It's in the wallet. I actually tracked it, but it's gotten an approval. So here's the thing. Trump doesn't come in until the 20th. Today's the 15th. At any given moment between now and the 20th, they have the possibility to come in and sell off that Bitcoin. If we get that big sell off, that's a huge chunk and it's going to impact the markets. It is going to cause a crash. And I'm not going to say that it's going to be a big significant crash, but I'm talking maybe 82,000, maybe 80,000 dip. So if you get that, you guys know what to do. That those of you who are seasoned, you seize the opportunity to get things on discount. All right. But I don't want anybody to panic. That's just a nugget, like a heads up. Now for XRP, we got the swing to $3. $3 is an even dollar point. So right now there's a lot of people who they're kind of towing the line. They don't know if we're going to hit our next target, which is poised to be about $6.40 right now, or if we're going to retrace. So there are some people who've been in this space a very long time and they've been holding and they have average buy-ins of pennies, right? 6 cents, 5 cents, 3 cents, etc. So when you hit a certain amount, everybody has what's called an exit strategy. And you do this with what works for you. Basically, when you hit certain targets, you sell off, you seize profits, and you just basically take some of your money that you've invested into these projects and you just secure it, right? Because you don't lose money or make money until you actually secure it. So just understand that that's partially what's going on. Now, also, Gary Gensler, up until his very last day, he is still the SEC chairman until the 20th. And in true Gary Gensler fashion, he goes on interview, yesterday that the news clips come out and he talks about Bitcoin. He basically says, hey, listen, Bitcoin is a speculative asset, it's volatile. There's 70 million people who are interested in investing in cryptocurrency and they want to do it through Bitcoin. So, we understand that it exists. But here's the part that he drops a little gem on everybody. He says, listen, there may be another coin that people want to invest in, but right now, Bitcoin is the one. We've been telling you guys repeatedly for years now, Bitcoin just ain't it. Ethereum just isn't it. There's other projects that do what both of them do more efficiently, faster, cheaper, etc. Right? And one of those projects is XRP. So the correlation to why we're getting this type of performance is because you're seeing XRP go up because of the president taking photos with Ripple and the chief legal officer, Stuart Alderati, and then the implications behind it. So Stuart Alderati, so Brad Garlinghouse was the one who posted the picture first. When he posted the picture, Stuart commented under that post, and he basically was championing the meeting that happened, that took place. And he's like, listen, there's the beef bourguignon. I don't know how to say this, so I'm probably butchering this.
Bourguignon.
But he's like,
Bourguignon. Beef bourguignon.
how you say it?
Beef bourguignon.
Yeah, something like that.
I wouldn't know how to say that dumb shit, right?
So basically it's a dish, and this dish is symbolic for basically a celebratory moment, something that has materialized, and the people are basically saying that when Trump and Ripple met together, there was a partnership that was formed, and this partnership that was formed basically is a celebratory occasion, right? So they had this dinner, and it's super odd that he would just pick this to say out of all things. Like, nobody cares what you ate during the dinner, but when you can't say certain things or reveal certain things, you have to give coded messaging, right? It's almost like Morse code when you're talking money. So we always tell you who these guys are on purpose. So one, you can follow these guys, and two, you can take heed when they speak. So now you're listening and you have a sharper ear when they speak. All right. So we don't know 100% if the deal was done, but it's safe to say the deal was done. This is Trump we're talking about here. Also, remember, he just put out the policy that said all cryptocurrencies made here in the United States are going to be tax exempt for capital gains taxes. Of course, Ripple is out of San Fran. Hello, XRP is on the list. They're the only ones who met right now that's verifiable. Hello. So it just kind of tells the story. But the reason we're now getting a retrace is because Gary Gensler strikes again. He just formally submitted the appeal from the SEC, and we're back at it. So now that he submitted the brief for the Ripple appeal, and this was hot off the press, it just happened. Now this is the it's about the U.S. court imposed $125 million fine on Ripple, but they have already ruled that XRP is not a security. So that can't be changed. It can't be challenged no matter what. So it doesn't matter what he does. People just seem to forget that fact, and then they panic, and then they may sell mixed in with the other people who are just taking profits. All right. So this is a celebratory occasion right now. Everybody who is already in this the spot of XRP and you've been holding it, congratulations to you. I know it's a couple new people from even the past family. You guys came in, you heard us mention XRP, you got some, you figured out how to, fund your wallet, you got it covered, and you're up. So congratulations to you. All right. Bless you.
Appreciate it.
So I just wanted to break that down. It just boils down to this guy, Gary Gensler, is just going to continue to be a headache. This is just what he does, and he's a puppet. He's controlled. This is what he does. But understand, under this new administration, everybody's pro crypto. What's going to happen is either they're going to drop this case under the new administration, or the SEC itself is just going to cut it, because they're known for overreach consistently. Not only is Trump against the SEC and what they've been doing, stifling innovation, and they want the United States to be the hub for crypto, is another entity called the CFTC, who is poised to take. I think right now they're talking about like an 80-20 split, but I think they're just going to give it to 100% to the CFTC. We've called this, we've said this for all 1%ers. You guys know about this. We put you guys on notice years ago. The CFTC is the better party for it. They have the better skill set over there, and they know what is at stake. They know what we're trying to build here in the United States, and the SEC is just not going to get us there. So that's just the good and the bad and the ugly when it comes to Gary Gensler and what he's doing over at the SEC. Brad Garlinghouse just tweeted out a couple hours ago as well, hey, this guy, Gary Gensler, is going to continue to do what he does, and he's just going to be a headache until his very last day. But as you all know, January 20th, first day, he's out of there. So he's formally stepping down. There's other players that's ready to go. He's got his crypto czar and all that good stuff. Everybody else is ready to go, and they're pulling out the big guns. So it's a lot of people who's cryptocurrency related projects, Fortune 500 interwoven, and we're going to take this thing to new heights. There's a lot of capital waiting on the sideline, waiting for that day. So once the 20th comes, we're going to see what's going to happen. And then we may get what's known as the Trump pump. Pause. All right. So your accounts may go up even more. The markets are definitely going to show green. Keep in mind that is MLK Day. You know what I mean? So, anytime that there is something that goes on in the markets and there's something that's kind of expected to happen, the opposite normally happens. So, just keep your eyes on it. So if the market tanks, it's a buying opportunity. But if it goes up, you guys just hold your position and do what you do. All right. So covered that. So I got something for you guys. In the chat, do me a favor, drop a 1 if you guys have ever heard of AI agents. All right. So I love that. All right, cool. So predominantly everybody is typing ones, for those of you who can't see the chat. So for those of you who do not know, AI agents is essentially, and this is from the crypto side. At the AI Visionaries Network, we did drop you guys a new course for AI agents, what they are. So if you are part of the AI Visionaries Network and you haven't taken that course yet, we strongly urge you to go in and just familiarize yourself with it. Did you want to say something, Steve?
No. If Sonia's on here, she can drop the link to the AI Visionaries Network.
Okay.
But go ahead, keep going.
Gotcha. So if you do not know what the AI agents are, essentially what's happening is there are developers in this space that understand business as a whole, right? To run a business, to start a business, to grow and scale a business, you need skilled players, you need skilled performers, you need educated people to actually do these tasks that will, one, get you notoriety, that will get you capital, that will allow you to build the company, the infrastructure up. Now, a lot of companies in this day and age, because of technology, do not have to allocate money because they use artificial intelligence. So what has grown into the new and most hottest narrative in cryptocurrency right now, AI agents, is all because of technology. So what these companies or these developers are doing is they're leveraging artificial intelligence and they are multiplying the AI itself to create a company and then do the job of many, and it's only the AI and the developer. That's it. So these AI agents, once they are built and developed, essentially they are multiplying themselves exponentially, and they are promoting. So they're in charge of marketing. They're coded to engage with people, to have educated conversation. Now the technology has emotion. So if somebody has an emotional response or an emotional question, it can respond accordingly, which will gain trust from the public. And then if you want to invest in certain things, it's even creating tokens, projects, and it's scaling them exponentially. So I'm in amazement 100% because they are projects that are being birthed every single day. And these projects are doing 3,000% gains, 1,000% gains, 500% gains. And I'm not here to entice anybody. And I'm not telling you guys to jump out there because this is a really risky narrative in cryptocurrency. It's just new. And, we always are on the, beginning edge, bless you, of what's going on in the industry. So I want you guys to know that I took a stab at some of these investments in AI agents, and the process to do so, it's it's really attention heavy. You have to pay attention to it and you have to watch it. So this is definitely not something that everybody is going to be even interested in or want to partake in, but we're definitely going to teach you guys what it is, why it matters, and just show you the benefits of it, right? Because I mean, AI is here. So this is definitely taking a lot of people's jobs, but this is just really insightful, that the technology itself is building things for us all to use and benefit from. I have a close friend of mine. He reached out to me, let me know what was going on with the space. He asked me, "Hey, have you brought this to the students?" And I said, "No, I haven't, but I'm actually going to on .connect." And he tells me about a project, and basically he made multiple millions off this one project from $860, I believe it was what he invested in, bought him 2.7 million in profit. So the only reason I'm even bringing this to you guys is you're going to hear a lot of things that just pop up out of nowhere and they get hot fast, especially when you really begin to start paying attention in cryptocurrency, especially when you venture out to crypto and social media. Information travels extremely fast. So if it's in between one of our calls and you just hear something that happens and somebody's like, "Listen, invest in this AI agent," there's already hundreds of them that exist and they're going to continuously keep popping up. They're going to keep being built. But there are some AI agents that actually have real world use case, the same way cryptocurrencies and digital assets are different from meme coins. So if that makes sense, I just want you guys to drop a one in the chat. I want to make sure I land that plane properly. All right. So thank you guys for that. I'm not telling you guys to go out here and just throw money at the wall. That is gambling. That is lottery. We do not play the lotto on this side, right? When it comes to crypto, unless you just want to take that risk. That's just not what we promote on this side. But what I am promoting is the advancement of technology and how fast it's moving. And now that you have so many options and so many different projects that are being built, they are taking up a lot of space, a lot of money in markets, right? So whenever you have a hot narrative, that hot narrative being AI agents right now, you have star players, right? And within those star players, you basically invest in one of those, you watch the market cap go from, 5,000, 10,000, and it'll scale. One of the main players is AIXBT. Now, I'm not telling you to invest in it, but it does have real world use case and AIXBT. And then it also has a competitor called AIXCB. And I'm going to drop those in the chat. All right. So those are two AI agent projects that you guys can look up. They actually have it on CoinMarketCap, all things. And what I did was before the call, I actually created some value for you guys. So I know no matter what we tell you, I know people are going to go out and you're going to explore. So we created a AI, all-encompassing AI. So it has AI agents and it's just general AI projects that are hot, new narratives. And because we have a pro-crypto administration and the crypto czar is big on two things: cryptocurrency, digital assets, and he's big on AI, artificial intelligence. He comes from an artificial intelligence background. So the potential for a lot of these projects and this narrative to grow is going to happen. All right. So we made this watch list for you guys, and I'm about to drop it for you. Everybody that's inside the Skyton Academy, you guys will have access to it. Virtuals is definitely one of the one of the big boys right now. It's got a huge mind share. Mind share just means it's like a big market share. But when it's an AI project, they coin it mind share. Um, and in the virtuals protocol or the ecosystem, you use virtuals to be able to purchase other assets. So I've done that. A lot of the projects that I've purchased have been through virtuals protocol and in that ecosystem. So, it's again not financial advice, but if you guys are interested, you have the options and you guys can explore. But this is just for informational purposes and educational purposes only. And I'll drop that for you. And then everybody else inside the academy, you guys will get this as well. But this is just a free value we want to drop on you guys. And I will be adding more projects to it. Right now, I believe there's 16 projects on there. A lot of them do have really small market caps. So you definitely want to, kind of explore and look into them and just kind of watch them and assess what's going on. Because in these next couple of days, we're poised to get a whole lot of liquidity that comes into this space. All right. So it's a potential for people to make a lot of money, especially with a hot narrative. All right. And what else we got? So I wanted to talk about something, but it kind of ties into what Steve was talking about, so I can't bring it because it's going to tell too much information. Um, Here's one nugget I do want to give you guys though. So, all right, so we're hearing a lot of things about ISO, and everybody just keeps leaning on projects, right? You're not wrong. They're great projects, right? But there are many, many projects outside of that messaging standard. Just so you guys understand that that's a messaging standard. There's many projects outside of it that have real world use case that solve real world problems, and they are perfectly priced right now for adoption and mass adoption, if you will. And they're just ready to go, right? Great team. Everybody's doxed. White paper looks good. The project is great. I've personally vetted some of them. Steve has done the same, and they don't have to have that quote unquote ISO ticker on it or moniker attached to it. Understand, you guys have to have foundation. This is why we do what we do. We teach you how to actually go in, find certain projects, what to look for, how to check their community, how to look who's behind the project, how to read the white paper. And then we even showed people how to take a white paper and you can even put it into certain technology and get a summarized report on it, right? I'm not going to go too deep in that, but that's definitely something we gave to our visionaries. Now, all you guys have to do is take the fundamentals that we give you and then build on top of it. There's going to be more projects that keep coming every single day. It's not going to stop. You don't want to be tricked out of your spot, and you don't want to just throw money at random things because you're going to miss obvious opportunities, right? The ones that are staring you right in your face. So just do what we're showing you how to do, right? Stop listening to any and everybody because you don't know who these people are. You don't know their intentions. You don't know if they're paid by certain projects, just a rug. And right now, that's the biggest thing that's been going on in the past week, whether it's been meme coins, new projects, everything has been getting rugged, right? And all of these celebrities, Steve was just talking about it last night. Sean Combs' son, Christian, he promoted a project. Within a snap of a finger, it was down. What you say? It was 70%, 50%, something like that, something crazy. The hop to a
Yeah, over
girl,
30.
everybody hold on to that. Like it's a mess. So I just want we always lead with protection first, right? Safety and security is always going to be top of our list. We definitely want you guys to make money, but we want you to be safe in the space. Because one time, it only takes one time to get wrecked, and then some people just check out. They're not built for war. They're not built to take those L's, right? And learn the lesson from it and grow and mature in the space. Some people just take that L and then they're like, oh no, I'm not doing this again. Peace, I'm out. And now you just mess up, you know, something that could have been beneficial for you and your lineage. All right. So that's that on that. I don't want to, over talk it, but guys, just please be safe out there. This is extremely important. Um, Crypto is officially tax-free. And I'll drop a graphic for you guys. Give me a second. I'll actually pull it up. So the graphic that Tony mentioned inside the chat, what I was talking about earlier with the US based cryptocurrencies that's going to be tax free, we covered that on another .connect. But I'll drop the graphic in here so you guys can see it. But it's a couple good coins on there, and they're all US based. Over. And right now it is a proposal, but it's probably at this point, because this came out November 18th. So at this point, it's probably official, especially 5 days before he comes in office, especially with him sitting down with Ripple. Brad Garlinghouse wouldn't let that opportunity slip. It's just what he does. All right. So I just dropped that link inside the chat for everybody. So just if you weren't aware of it, you now know you can access it. But it's XRP. The only digital asset with regulatory clarity. Hello. You got HBAR or Hedera hash graph. You've got Stellar. And there's another one that's on here. I've never even heard of it. But it's called Sparklet. So I haven't looked into it, but that can be another gem for everybody to kind of, dive into and just kind of assess certain projects. And those of you who are in the academy and you got the foundation, use the tools that we gave you and do a deep dive and then bring it back to us. You can comment under the video, or inside the academy and let us know what you think. Tell us about the project, whether you would invest in it or not. And, that'll essentially be like a homework for you guys. All right. But it's called Sparklet. SPARKLET is the ticker. All right. And that's it.